I wanted to know Dean more. Somehow, in spite of our differences in character, he reminded me of some long-lost brother. The sight of his suffering, bony face, with long sideburns and his straining, muscular, sweating neck, made me remember my boyhood, and those dry dumps and swim holes and riversides of Patterson and the Passaic. They danced down the street like dingo dotties, and I shambled after them as I've been doing all my life, after people who interest me, because the only people for me are the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time, the ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn like fabulous yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the stars. I woke up as the sun was reddening, and that was the one distinct time of my life, the strangest moment of all, when I didn't know who I was. I was far away from home, haunted and tired with travel, in a cheap hotel room I've never seen, hearing the hiss of steam outside, and the creak of an old wood, the crack high ceiling. I really didn't know who I was for about 15 strange seconds. I wasn't scared, I was just somebody else.
Denver! Going to Denver? Denver!
I ate another apple pie and ice cream. It was practically all I ate all the way across the country. I knew it was nutritious, and it was delicious, of course. I ate apple pie and ice cream. It was getting better as I got deeper into Iowa. The pie bigger, the ice cream richer. Now I could see Denver, looming ahead of me like the promised land. Way out there beneath the stars, across the prairie of Iowa and the plains of Nebraska. And I could see the greater vision of San Francisco beyond, like jewels in the night. You're pretty fast at this.
I have to work to maintain my son.
I feel like a slave out here, man. Woo.
I had a really good time keeping fun with you guys, but I have to leave, go to New York now. So, hope you guys are all good. I'll see you soon.
Can we come with you?
I traveled thousands of miles across the American continent, and I was right back on Times Square.
I think Mary Lou was very, very wise in leaving me. For years now, you haven't had any sense of responsibility for anyone. You've done so many awful things, I don't know what to say to you. You have absolutely no regard for anyone but yourself and your down kicks. All you think about is what's hanging between your legs and how much money or fun you can get out of people. And then you just throw them aside. Not only that, but you're silly about it. It never occurs to you that life is serious.
I told him a dream I had about a strange Arabian figure that was pursuing me across the desert, that I tried to avoid, and that finally overtook me just before I reached a protected city. I proposed it was myself wearing a shroud. That wasn't it. Something, someone, some spirit was pursuing all of us across the desert of life, and was bound to catch us before we reached heaven. Naturally, now that I look back on it, this is only death. Death will overtake us before heaven. The one thing that we yearn for in our living days, that makes us sigh and groan and undergo sweet nauseas of all kinds, is a remembrance of some lost bliss that was probably experienced in the womb and can only be reproduced, though we hate to admit it, in death. I wish I were a Denver Mexican, or even a poor, overworked Jap, anything but what I was so drearily, a white man, disillusioned. All my life, I'd had white ambitions. That was why I'd abandoned a good woman like Terry in the San Joaquin Valley. I passed the dark porches of Mexican and Negro homes, and down at 23rd and Welton, a softball game was going on under floodlights. A great eager crowd roared at every play. The strange young heroes of all kinds, white, colored, Mexican, pure Indian, were all on the field, performing with heartbreaking seriousness. Just Sandlot kids in uniform. Never in my life as an athlete had I ever permitted myself to perform like this in front of families and girlfriends and kids of the neighborhood. At night, under lights. Always I had been in college, big time, sober-faced. No boyish human joy like this. Now, it was too late. Later in the afternoon, we went out and played baseball with the kids in the sooty field by the Long Island Rail Yard. We also played basketball so frantically, the younger boy said, "Take it easy, you don't have to kill yourself." They bounced smoothly all around us and beat us with ease. Dean and I were sweating. At one point, Dean fell flat on his face on the concrete court. We huffed and puffed to get the ball away from the boys. They turned and flipped it away. Others darted in and smoothly shot over our heads. We jumped at the basket like maniacs, and the younger boys just reached up and grabbed the ball from our sweating hands and dribbled it away.
Hey Dean, check out this trick.
Yeah, man, that's cool. That's a cool trick, man, but it's pretty awful on your kidneys and in your old age, no?
Oh, what are you calling old? I'm not much older than you are.
Hey, man, I wasn't saying that.
Always making cracks about my age, man. I'm not an old fag. I don't want to hear any more of it. What are you doing?
I'm just crying.
You never cry.
You don't think I cry?
You don't die enough to cry.
It's right before my eyes and I can take it if it's what I want to do. I am leaving and this